Did you know the Philippines is gearing up for one of the biggest infrastructure overhauls in its history? Yep, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s Build Better More agenda is basically the next generation upgrade of the earlier Build program. But this time, it's not just about pouring concrete, it's about transforming the entire country. For years, the Philippines has struggled with a massive infrastructure gap. That's the kind of thing that makes businesses think twice, drives up costs, and slows down economic progress. But that's exactly what this new plan is aiming to fix. Think of it as hitting the reset button, only with cranes, trains, and mega projects. So what's the big idea? Simple. Build smarter, build faster, and build for the future. We're talking highways, bridges, railways, airports, you name it. But it's more than just the projects themselves. This initiative is expected to bring in billions in investment, open up millions of jobs, and, most importantly, boost the quality of life for everyday Filipinos. And guess what? A lot of these game-changing projects aren't just ideas on paper, they're already in motion. Let's zoom in on what's coming next. We're about to explore 10 of the biggest infrastructure projects that are currently underway and scheduled to be completed starting in 2025. These aren't just engineering marvels. They're about to reshape the way Filipinos live, move, and connect. First up, ever imagine a city literally rising from the sea? Meet Horizon Manila, a jaw-dropping 419-hectare reclamation project taking shape in Manila Bay. It's not your typical real estate development. This is a vision of a futuristic city built across 3 interconnected islands and tied together by a stunning 4-kilometer canal park. And this canal isn't just for show, it's deeply symbolic. It honors the original spirit of Manila, whose earliest settlers made their home near the mouth of the Pasig River. At the heart of this development, the canal park becomes a lively public space, a place where city life and nature meet in harmony. And yes, they made sure the world-famous Manila Bay sunset will still be in full view for everyone to enjoy. But Horizon Manila is more than just a pretty place to live. It's a full-on model for how cities of the future could work, with sustainability, innovation, and quality of life baked into the blueprint. It's a bold attempt to breathe new life into the capital and reclaim Manila's place as the soul of the Filipino nation. Now, let's switch gears, from sea to speed. Picture this. You hop on a sleek, modern train in southern Luzon, cruise past traffic jams, and arrive at your destination in a fraction of the time it took used to. That's the future the PNRB, also called the South Long Haul Project, is working to create. This isn't your average rail line. It's a 565-kilometer high-speed intercity railway that's going to revolutionize travel across the region. And it's not a standalone project either. It's part of the larger Luzon rail system, a modern network of long-haul standard-gauge trains being developed by the Philippine National Railways. Let me ask you something. How often do you hear about a train line that could literally change the way millions of people live and travel? That's exactly what the PNRB project is about to do. This isn't just a rail revival. It's a resurrection of the iconic PNR South Main Line, brought back to life with a modern twist. It'll run hand-in-hand with the electrified North-South Commuter Railway, which extends all the way from Manila down to Calamba, Laguna. Sounds ambitious, right? Well, just wait. We're talking about a railway that'll cut through 39 cities and municipalities spanning 4 provinces and 2 major regions. That means brand new stations, 23 of them, plus 230 bridges, 10 tunnels, and even a massive 70-hectare depot in Laguna. It's a whole ecosystem of progress. And here's the kicker. It's set to be fully up and running by late 2026. So no, this isn't a far-off dream. It's happening. This project is about connecting lives, supercharging local economies, and turning the chaos of long-distance travel into something smooth, fast, and reliable. Say goodbye to exhausting 5-hour road trips. Speaking of turning hours into minutes, get this. A journey that once took 5 hours could soon be over in just 30 minutes. How? Enter the Bataan-Cavite Interlink Bridge, a game changer in every sense. This mega bridge will finally bring together two key provinces, Bataan and Cavite, through a sleek 32-kilometer, 4-lane cable-stayed bridge stretching over Manila Bay. No more endless detours, no more ferry dependence, just a straight shot across the water. The bridge is split into two epic sections, a 17-kilometer segment connecting Cavite to historic Corregidor Island, and a 4-kilometer leg stretching from Corregidor to Bataan. And right in the middle, two towering cable-stayed bridges, one called the North Channel Bridge, which spans 400 meters, and the mighty South Channel Bridge, boasting a jaw-dropping 900-meter span, standing tall over deep open waters. Now, if you're wondering, yeah, but is this one of those projects that sounds cool but never actually happens? Think again. The current administration isn't sitting on this. They've bumped it up the priority list, fast-tracking construction with plans to finish it before 2028. Once complete, this bridge won't just be a travel shortcut. It'll be an economic artery for central and southern Luzon, transforming how goods, people, and opportunities move. And we're not done. Another major piece of the infrastructure puzzle is the Laguna Lakeshore Road Network, a futuristic 36.7-kilometer highway linking Taguig City to Calamba, Laguna. If you've ever been stuck in southern traffic, this one's for you. This modern expressway will be a lifeline, offering an alternative route between Metro Manila and the south. It's designed with 3 lanes and includes an 11.8-kilometer viaduct from Lower Bicutan to Muntinlupa, plus a 25.8-kilometer stretch of land-based viaducts and embankments all the way to Calamba. Oh, and I didn't mention, it has 8 interchanges placed for max convenience. Currently, top engineers, both local and from Japan, are finalizing the technical blueprints. The detailed engineering design was expected by early 2023, and once construction is underway, this project will serve as a vital new artery for commuters, cargo, and commerce alike. But wait, there's more, and we're heading to the Visayas. Imagine 3 islands, Panay, Guimaras, and Negros, finally connected as one. That's the dream behind the Panay Guimaras Negros Bridge project, a bold 32.5-kilometer, 4-lane bridge network poised to revolutionize the Western Visayas. Now picture this, hopping from one island to another without ever stepping onto a boat. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? But it's about to become reality with the Panay Guimaras Negros Bridge project.
This massive infrastructure leap is split into 2 main stretches. First, you've got the Panay to Guimaras leg, 13 kilometers long, featuring a striking 4.9-kilometer sea-crossing bridge. Then, there's the Guimaras to Negros segment, even more ambitious, covering 19.4 kilometers, including a 13.1-kilometer bridge spanning the sea. That's a serious game-changer for Western Visayas. And here's the cool part. It's not just a concept. This project is being brought to life in partnership with South Korean engineering giants Yesin Company and Sambo Engineering and Construction. Engineering services kick off this year, and full-blown construction is set for 2025. Once completed, this bridge network will do more than connect islands. It'll supercharge local economies, slash travel time, and make transporting goods faster, smoother, and cheaper. This is regional transformation in motion. But let's zoom back into the city for a second. Specifically, Makati City. Ever dream of living in a place where commuting isn't a daily battle, but a breeze? Well, Makati's about to make that dream come true with the Makati Intra-City Subway, a futuristic 10-kilometer underground rail that's already under construction. This isn't just a new transit option, it's the first subway system ever built in the Philippines, and it sets to completely change how people move through one of the country's busiest cities. Even better, the city isn't spending a dime on it. Thanks to a groundbreaking public-private partnership between Makati City and Philippine Infradev Holdings, Inc., this whole project is being funded privately. No extra taxes, no debt burden on the public. When it launches, targeted for 2025, this subway will run 18 hours a day, moving up to 700,000 passengers daily. That's a huge relief to traffic and a giant leap towards sustainable urban living. Imagine stepping onto a sleek, air-conditioned train and gliding past rush-hour gridlock. That's not fantasy anymore. That's the Manila Subway. But hold up, we're just getting started with the country's underground revolution. Next up is the Metro Manila Subway. And trust me, this one's a big deal. It's a historic first for the Philippines, a full-blown 33-kilometer subway system set to reshape public transportation across the national capital region. This mega project connects the north and south of Metro Manila, from Mindanao Avenue in Valenzuela City all the way to FTI in Taguig City, with a critical spur leading directly to Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Yep, that's right. This will be the first subway in the Philippines to take you straight to the airport. Talk about convenience. On October 3rd, another major milestone was hit. Construction officially began on two more key stations in Ortigas and Shaw Boulevard. Big names were there for the kickoff. President Marcos Jr., Japanese Ambassador Kazuhiko Koshikawa, and Transportation Secretary Jamie Bautista, proving just how high priority this project is. Tunneling actually started back in June 2022, and groundwork has been steadily progressing throughout 2023. The full system will feature 17 stations, and once fully operational by 2028, will be able to carry a mind-blowing 1.5 million passengers per day. That's not just a train, it's a revolution on rails. And finally, let's take flight, literally. Coming soon to Cavite is the ultra-modern Sanguile Point International Airport, set to become Mega Manila's newest aviation hub. This isn't your average airport. It's a $10.9 billion project developed through a powerhouse partnership between the Cavite provincial government and a mix of local and international firms. Think faster check-ins, more direct flights, less congestion, and a brand new gateway to the world. This airport isn't just for convenience. It's a bold signal that the Philippines is gearing up for global connectivity and next-level infrastructure. The new Sanguile Point International Airport isn't just a symbol of progress. It's a multi-phase mega project with a plan as ambitious as its scale. Phase 1A will kick things off with a single runway and a brand new terminal, giving current airport operations a much-needed upgrade. With a projected $2.3 billion investment, this phase alone will allow the airport to handle up to 15 million passengers per year. Phase 1B builds on that momentum. A second runway will be added, and the full transfer of aviation operations to the new facility will begin. That expansion carries a price tag of another $2 billion, increasing capacity to 25 million passengers annually. But it doesn't stop there. Phase 2 brings the airport into global contender territory. With 2 more runways and an additional terminal, it will be equipped to handle a staggering 75 million travelers per year. And the final phase, a $6.6 billion undertaking, will push its capabilities to rival the world's busiest airports, firmly establishing it as a key player in regional and international air travel. Yet even this massive development is just a piece of the puzzle. Another transformative project rising on the horizon is the new Manila International Airport in Bulacan, designed to take the pressure off the already overburdened NIA. Sprawling across 2,500 hectares, this future mega hub is poised to be the largest airport in Southeast Asia and the second largest in the world. This $15 billion project, spearheaded by San Miguel Corporation, is no ordinary airport. Granted a 50-year franchise by the government, San Miguel will build, operate, and maintain the airport as part of a long-term public-private partnership. The plans are bold: 4 runways, an integrated airport toll road, and a modern passenger terminal equipped with state-of-the-art landside and airside facilities. At full throttle, this airport will serve up to 100 million passengers annually, with the ability to scale up to 200 million, handling 240 aircraft movements per hour. What's more, around 1,700 hectares of new land will be reclaimed for development, and everything is being engineered to world-class technical and environmental standards, capable of withstanding earthquakes, typhoons, and rising sea levels. The target for completion? End of 2024. Once operational, this airport won't just be a gateway, it'll be a national icon. And while we're on the subject of moving millions, we can't ignore the country's largest railway project, the PNR North-South Commuter Railway. This 163-kilometer suburban rail network is designed to link major urban and business hubs across Luzon, from Clark and New Clark City in the north, slicing straight through Metro Manila, all the way down to Calamba City in Laguna. Here's how it breaks down. The northern section, or Malolos to Clark Railway, runs 53 kilometers, connecting Malolos to Clark and the Clark International Airport, with an 18-kilometer extension reaching New Clark City. The central segment spans 38 kilometers, bridging Tutuban in Manila to Malolos. The southern leg, known as the South Commuter Railway, covers 55 kilometers, stretching from Blumenthrit in Manila down to Calamba City. Once up and running, the NCSR is expected to handle up to 1 million daily passengers, easing traffic, cutting commute times, and slashing transport costs. But rail is just part of a bigger vision. The crown jewel of regional development is the rise of New Clark City, a bold reimagining of what a 21st century metropolis can be. Covering a whopping 9,450 hectares, it's being positioned as Asia's next big economic hub. Phase 1, completed last year at a cost of $14 billion, already includes satellite government offices and a world-class sports complex. But that's just the beginning. Over the next decades, the city will be developed further through a mix of government funding and private investment, with the total cost expected to hit $60 billion. This city of the future isn't just about buildings. It's about resilience, sustainability, and smart planning. Once completed, it'll be home to thriving businesses, innovative tech parks, green spaces, and a government center ready to support the country's growth. Together, these mega projects are more than concrete and steel. They represent a bold reimagining of the Philippines' future, from faster trains and smarter cities to global airports and island-bridging highways. The Build Better More program is reshaping the nation's destiny, unlocking potential, driving growth, and improving everyday life for millions of Filipinos.